Amazon is killing entire regions of New World. No, seriously, if you're in Australia or South America, you should be scared you're about to lose your home server and probably your entire reason to keep playing. And the worst part is, they're pretending it's a good thing. Let's jump straight into it. So what exactly has New World decided to do? And I would say it's kind of a blunder here. Well, they want to move some servers together since the population is dropping by what they would consider too much. First off, they're moving the US West servers together, which is fine, like Aquarius and another US West server here going to El Dorado. That's fine. But the big problem here is the Southeast servers, the AP Southeast. And they're also not only doing that for the Southeast, but the South American servers, so Australia and stuff like that, is going into the North American servers, which really suck. I have played on 200 plus ping, and you can't play PvP very well, man. It's very frustrating. Everything feels like it's lagging behind, and it's not very fun to play. Especially if you don't have good internet, that can be even worse. And on top of ping, you could have more lag issues where you could be teleporting more, making PvP pretty much unplayable. And that really sucks for some of the diehard fans of this game. Like, I have 2,500 hours in, and I know if I had to go to a server that doubled, even maybe tripled my ping, after I've been such a loyal customer, that would, piss me off quite a bit. And I feel like people have every right to be angry about this right now, especially with the fact that it can't be that expensive to have one South American server or AP Southeast server up just so these guys can play on their ping. And maybe saying, what about wars and they're getting more dungeons? Well, they're in a different time zone, especially Australia. Australia coming over to the US, you're in a completely different time zone. So wars are basically now impossible for you. You get locked out of the content just because if you have to go to work, you're not able to play the game because you're too busy living your life. Turning New World into a part-time job here just to even play some of the content, simply because everyone's going to be asleep during these main events such as raid timers or wars. This really sucks, man, for a lot of people, and this is unfair, man. People are not happy about this at all. Even in the comments, people are getting very upset. We can just read like one right here. Enhance your gaming experience. There's no way in hell you'd actually believe that this will enhance the experience of AP players. 200 to 300 plus ping in festival time zones and coordination equals uninstall. And this is pretty much the general consensus of most people in these other time zones being very upset of New World's decision making here. My only guess is that they wanted to save some money, and it feels like the game is in a way trying to save as much money as possible and cut down on spending wherever they can, because I guess they view these regions in their own way as non-profitable. And if they're not making enough money, maybe the head of directors are like, all right, cut them out. Who cares if we lose a couple hundred players? Because all we care about right now is making more money, and they're not giving us money we need in terms of funding these servers. That could be a completely reasonable explanation to why they're doing it. I'm not saying it's correct. I think you have every right to be mad, but I'm saying that's more than likely the reason why. Because they know when they're doing this, this is going to make a lot of people angry. It's just very obvious. If you have an IQ in the triple digits, you know this is going to be coming. Or maybe their monitors are off. I don't know what they're doing. Another thing they're doing is they're making console servers. So we know that they're merging the console servers into the main regions, and they're keeping PS2 the same, which is, probably because PS5 just wants, they just want all their players staying together. That is what it is. It's whatever. Let's head over to what they have to respond. Changing is constant in Eternum, and our world evolved, so must the structure that supports it. Today we're announcing the set of upcoming world merges aimed to improve player population, matchmaking, and overactivity across all regions. This is what I like to call just corporate fluff, or whatever you like to call this stuff. It's not true. They know merging every server but these South African servers and the Australia servers is fine. I think that's okay. They have every right to do that. It makes sense. The ping will stay the same. But the reason they're doing this, They're moving those servers because they want to save more money, let's be honest. There's no way that's improving player population when you go up triple the ping. Every prime time is when you're taking your 8-hour nap, and you'll be sleeping through most of the enjoyable things now. As a part of the effort, we'll be retaining certain regions and constellations. Their worlds will move to more active ones, specifically the AP South Africa and South American East regions will be joining the US West region. I mean, more population for me, I guess. You know, there is one good thing coming out of this. I get easier PvP, let's be honest. If I have to fight someone on 300 ping, you know, that's a free kill. That's clip, baby. Like this is good for me. Let's be real, bro. Anyone on US West should be happy about this. You're going to get to kill players on 300 pings. That's free content. Our teams conducted extensive latency testing, and we're confident that the player's experience will remain smooth and responsive across the board. This is complete bull. I have played on 250 ping. I know this is not true. You lag. When the second you see a fireball and you think to dodge it, no, that's already hitting you, dude. I've already experienced this type of ping. No, it's not fun to PvP at all. PvE is playable. I will say you can definitely get away in PvE with this type of ping, but PvP is dead. 100% dead. Not fun. Very frustrating. You can't react dodge to anything in the game. You have to basically predict when they're going to use an ability before they even think they're going to use an ability to dodge that in PvE. You're playing like 4D chess at this point to even play the game. This chain isn't lightly made. Basically saying, we want more money. That's what that translates to. It reflects our community, ensuring that every player, no matter where they are having access to thriving community, robust group, faster queues, and bustling in the game marketplace. Imagine saying faster queues and marketplace, I guess is kind of true. But faster queues and robust group content when they're in a completely different time zone. How does it even make sense, bro? What kind of mental gymnastics have we performed here? I think New World term should go to the Olympics, dude. They would win a gold medal in gymnastics because this is insanity. Platform exclusive Xbox worlds will be merged into regional crossplay environments, like I mentioned earlier. That's fine. This will allow console players to enjoy all challenges. Console servers were pretty much dead, so I definitely think this is a needed change. So, you know, some W's, boys. One PlayStation exclusive world will remain in the US East region for those who preferred platform-specific play. This really sucks to PS5 players simply because that's Europe, that's South America, that's everywhere, dude. Everywhere is going to be on US East, so if you're a US East PlayStation exclusive player, you should have the easiest time popping off. Let's be real. If everyone is between 150 ping to like 300 ping and you're on a solid like 30, you should just be dominating the battlefield. You should be making PvP ghosts everywhere. And then you can clearly see the US. Here are all the servers merging. It's going to happen on, I believe, Sunday or the 30th. You basically have a week to pay your respects to New World. If you're on one of those servers, that's going to be getting double or triple the ping. I feel bad for you, man. It's going to be rough, and it's not going to be very enjoyable.